Hey guys, what's going on? D4 here. I just want to preface the start of this video with the fact that I am just coming off of the flu, so if my voice sounds a little shaky, a little rocky, that is why. Uh, Back with another video, but this one's a little bit more serious than my normal videos or any of my videos that you see on the channel. So for those of you that don't know me, or this is your first video for some reason, my name's D4. I started content creation here on YouTube probably a couple of years ago here, probably 2023, I want to say. And it's been a blast. It's been some of the most fun that I've had working on content and making it. But today I wanted to kind of talk about and unpack why exactly and where exactly I've been in these last 2 months. As most of you know, I'm a full-time student and I'm taking a bunch of courses and 18 credit hours. For those people that know what that means, you understand the weight and the toll of that. On top of that, I've been working super hard and making sure that I'm getting the money that I need to be able to afford that stuff and so many other things in my life that content creation has started to slip away. And therefore this channel has, as you probably could see just by looking, there hasn't been anything on this channel in a long time, and my Discord server has been dead for who knows how long, maybe even since I started it, but that hasn't been much better either. I tried my best to kind of push myself to do more content, but every time I got myself to want to sit down and do it, I immediately was filled with nothing but boredom, almost as if the thing that I had felt so much passion for in the beginning had become more of a chore. And I know what most of you are thinking, and it's okay, well, you got 122 subscribers, you're not even really up there in the YouTuber sphere, this shouldn't be taking that much of a toll, or you should be really thinking about this anyway. And that's true, but I also feel like I owe y'all an apology in that fact. YouTube is something that I grew up on. It's something that I was on constantly since I even knew that it existed, and it's been a staple into my childhood as it is in many of y'all's lives. And so what people don't tell you is really the content creation side of things, where there's that push to perform and those kinds of things. When I would stream back in the Golden Pipe Gang days and just around that time, there was an overwhelming feeling of support, and I was building a community and I was building off of other people, and I'll admit it was going really well. But slowly, as time starts to dwindle down, things come to an end, a conclusion, and life gets busy, you just don't see that level of support anymore. And so it was one of those things where, for some of y'all that may have even seen it, I doubt anybody did, streaming Mario Party and sitting there for 30 minutes waiting for people to join, only to realize that nobody's coming. And yeah, that sounds depressing, but it's just the reality of it. I'm not really depressed. I don't have anything of that sort, and I do bid and wish everyone the best that does have an experience that kind of stuff. But I don't have any depression when it comes to that kind of stuff. And I know that if somebody's going to watch, they're going to watch. And if the content has to involve people, you have to have people, which, as funny as it is, I don't. No, I don't have enough people to support those types of streams like others do. A lot of people from who I've talked to have said, well, you just got to keep pushing. You got to keep pushing. And while, yes, I would love to, I become too busy in my everyday life to sit down and pursue that kind of a thing and just, stay not busy. So I record this now as an update just of where I've been. I've been here. I haven't left. just haven't been uploading YouTube videos. I've been playing a lot of Rivals, as y'all will see by most likely what the gameplay is. And just a lot of hanging out with friends. Something that I feel like too many people take for granted is taking time to hang out with friends and loved ones and just living your early adulthood well. And that's something that I'm, really taking into account and pursuing. I still love playing Mario Kart. I still love everything about the Switch 2. I still love everything about the content that I made. I'm very proud of it, and I'm very happy about it. I wish that I could have made more. It's just the motivation faded very fast. I got a new PC in August. I'll probably put something up here with a lot of good specs. It's a really good PC, guys. But at the end of the day, I felt no desire to pursue it. Now, let me be clear. When I say pursue it, I mean pursuing content. As I lost my streaming setup, as I'm sure a lot of y'all know that are close, I lost a lot of my streaming settings, and it took a while to get that back. And on top of that, I just felt no motivation to continue doing what I was doing. I had seen no result from it, and therefore that was a huge demotivator. To those of y'all that are watching this video wanting to know why it's so hard to do YouTube now in this day and age in 2026, wow. I have a simple answer for you. It's you have to have a community already. When it comes to content creation, the ship for people to make their name known has already sailed. You could do the same thing that somebody else has already done or is doing, and they would still get the views over you, and they would take the credit. That's super demotivating to think about. When I think about content, I think about trying to do the next best thing, do something that's entertaining and fun. I don't just want to have clips, but I also don't want to just do recording and live streams. And sadly, with YouTube nowadays, if you want to become big, you have to choose one or the other. So whether it's abusing the YouTube Shorts algorithm, which kills viewership now, nobody cares about a live stream when YouTube Shorts exist. And the YouTube Shorts live streams don't help either. I do not like the system that YouTube has. I love making videos. I love watching back as almost like a little memory archive of all the things I've done with friends. But this isn't it. It's not. I don't know if I'm quitting. I don't know if I'm just leaving and I'll come back. I'm not sure. YouTube has always held a special place in my heart, and it's allowed me to meet a lot of cool and good people. And I'm very appreciative of that. I am happy that YouTube is a space where I can just sit here, talk in front of a microphone, and y'all can watch Rivals while I just vent. I've been feeling this way for 5 months. In between where I would get home from work or I'd get home from school and go, man, I can stream. But the second I would boot up my PC, I wouldn't be motivated anymore. I realized that the second I get home, I would just have no motivation. I just wouldn't want to stream because I would know the outcome of the stream being nobody. And as much as that might lean to people saying, oh, that's just because you're depressed because you're not a high enough YouTuber, and if you keep trying at it, you'll get better and you'll get more viewers. And that's true, and I understand that logic, but I don't have the time to put in that level of effort. This is still, at the end of the day, a hobby, and so when you do something, you're doing it for a point. And when you do it and you see no point, then it's just a waste of your time. I've seen not much growth, which again is linked back to, oh, well, you got to get yourself out there and continue doing what you got to do, all that kind of stuff. And it's just not fun. I really would love to stream all the time, 24/7. and build up a community, not work a job, and just be able to do this 24/7 and make it easy. But that's not the reality. I can't just do this, especially not at the rate it goes. And then finally, we have one more point. I know. Finally, it made video games feel like a chore. It made all of the things that I had loved as a kid feel almost like a chore. I don't know if anybody else gets that, but I would get on, stream, and then I would never touch that game again. I wouldn't touch Mario Party. I wouldn't touch Mario Kart. I wouldn't touch any of the games that I streamed. I would not play it outside of stream. The reason of that being is because I didn't want to play the same game. I had already been playing the same game for 4 hours. I just didn't want to deal with it. It's not fun to suck the life out of the games that you enjoy. It's not. So therefore, I cut off streaming because I saw a rapid decline in my love for video games, which is something that I've loved ever since I was, 10 years old. And I don't want that to go away. I love video games. I love playing games. I mean, I literally just bought a PC, for heaven's sake. I have to be able to still do what I love and what I have a passion for. I loved making YouTube videos. From the time that I started to the time that I got reignited to now, I loved making YouTube videos. Were they always the best? No. Did they always get the most views? No. But at that point, I didn't care because it was a fun way to kill time and I got to just hang out with friends and record. It doesn't feel like that anymore. It doesn't. If I tried to record now, if I tried to record with whatever footage that you're probably seeing in the background, I would be only thinking about what was going on in terms of quality and if it was worth my time, which I shouldn't think about when I'm playing with friends. And that was something that YouTube caused. So I say this all now as a way to let you guys know that I don't know when I'm going to come back. I've lost my recording software or my editing software that I used to use. And the Adobe just won't let me back in. So I've lost my editing software and I'm using a new one for this one. So lost my editing software. I've lost most of my video settings, quality stuff. I've lost a lot and it's been super demotivating. But yeah, YouTube's a grind. YouTube's a grind for new people. It is so hard to start a YouTube channel in today's day and age. Right now, every single YouTuber competes with brain rot and massive YouTubers. How did they get massive? They got massive during the peak times whenever the world was looking for creators and they ran with it. You got people like Kai Cenat, IShowSpeed, and then smaller YouTubers like Failboat and all those guys that work very hard to get where they are, and now that they've achieved that, they have a massive viewership for it. Nobody wants to watch a new YouTuber in this day and age. There's the popular, there's the ones that people jump on the bandwagon for, and then there's the people in the back that are just there. I am one of those people that is just there. Sure, I don't post as much as I used to, but because of that initial feeling of just like being a kid and living my dream of just wanting to be a YouTuber, I thought that I could do it. And I was going good for a while, but then that feeling faded and I realized I can't just be a kid anymore. I have to grow up. And that means leaving that desire behind. As much as it hurts and as much as it sucks, it's the truth. I'm drained out. I don't feel anything for YouTube anymore. Now, I'm not going to be like other people that I know, which I won't name, and come back to YouTube every 5 seconds or live stream every 5 seconds after they've said, I'm done and I'm quitting, and then they'll come back and then they'll repeat the cycle about 4 more times. If you know, you know. I honestly did not have a rough year This has nothing to do with my year. I had a great time with people, hanging out, and just spending time with people. This was not a rough year. And I just want to let everybody know that I'm 100% okay, because I don't want this getting taken as I'm under some sort of depression, which I'm not. I just needed to sit down and genuinely just say why I wasn't doing YouTube anymore, why I felt that it wasn't worth my time, and if it's not worth my time, I'm not gonna continue it. I can only do so much gameplay or like playing or YouTube before I just feel genuinely drained, and I'm at that point. I don't have a desire for it. I saw no reward in what I was doing. Therefore, I was wasting my time by doing it. I made that FNAF series, and as much as I would have loved for it to do anything successfully, it didn't. And that sucked. It really did, because I put a lot of time and effort into those videos, editing it down, 2 hours, 3 hours worth of gameplay, and that sucked. I put a lot of effort into my videos. Some take weeks, others take a month, and it was very painful to see the result of that work just be kind of tossed to the side. So I will still be around. I still love to support my friends, and I still love to support what they do, as I want them to be successful. So make sure you're going to go check out all of the people that are in my friend circle. You know who you are, and you can see who that is by looking at the homepage of my YouTube channel, and you'll see their channels linked below. Go sub to these people. They do a great job. None of them are burnt out like I am, and they'll keep you laughing and they'll keep you smiling. I would love to keep going with YouTube. The only problem is I just don't have the time. And so I'm very appreciative of all that have watched me, those who have supported me, and just been there throughout this whole journey. I wouldn't have my YouTube avatar and my D4 TV head character if it wasn't for the love and support that I received in the beginning. I'm not leaving yet, but there is a chance that it will be that way. And I can't really tell you when that is, because I don't really know. I had a video in the works, but for right now, I think it's best to just take a step back like I have been and just focus on myself. I apologize if this news breaks anybody, like in a sad way, I guess. But, YouTube isn't what it used to be, and it shows. I don't want to conform to the ways of crap by doing YouTube shorts or just things that don't make me happy, like to do. I'm not going to sit down and abuse, I'm not going to sit down and do that. That doesn't feel fair to myself and you guys, and it's not honest. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this recording came out okay. This is one of the first times I've ever done this. I don't even know what to say at the end of this. Thank you for everything. I appreciate every single one of you. I'm sure that I'll probably receive DMs and all that other stuff after this. But stay safe, stay careful. I hope you guys have a good night, good morning, or good afternoon, depending on your time zone. And this is D4.